Hi, it's Holly Souter, Outreach Coordinator for Geauga Park District. And today we have another nature activity you can try. As you're driving around town in the month of March, you probably see a lot of these buckets hanging on trees. And what they're doing, as we all know, they're collecting that wonderful maple sap that we turn into delicious maple syrup. It is sugar and season in Geauga County. So one thing that we love to try and make, and there's such a delicious treat, is a maple stir. So today we're going to walk through all the steps to make a maple stir of your own at your home. So what you're going to need is you need genuine pure maple syrup. Here's Geauga Park District's fresh made from Swine Creek Reservation. Delicious. But pure maple syrup. Don't be getting maple flavored. You want 100% pure maple syrup. You need a candy thermometer that goes up to at least 240 degrees. So it's got to be rated high enough to boil the sap that high. You need a pot, a little bit of margarine, a heat source, and bowls and stirs. We're using little foam bowls and tongue compressors. You can use a bowl from your kitchen and a metal spoon, whatever you have. So here's what we're going to do. First off, we're going to put maple syrup into the pot. This is tough, but y'all can do it. Just pour it on in. You want to make sure you put enough syrup in so that it gets to the bottom of the candy thermometer. Now that looks about good. Then I'm going to use one of our stir sticks to slice off a little chunk of margarine. And you're going to spread that around the edge of the pot. Don't put it in the syrup, but just I'm kind of painting it around the whole pot. So what that serves to do is when our syrup starts to boil and foam, it won't boil over. It'll reach this line of butter or margarine and it will stop the boil over. Okay, like that. Nice little bit there. Then we're going to put our candy thermometer in. Now this is definitely the adult's job because this gets very hot. You're boiling this up and we're going to bring this up to 235 degrees. It's going to take a little while. This is definitely the adult's job. So we're going to take a little break and come back and watch it boil. So here you can see that it's foaming up, but it's hitting that line of butter and it's not going to boil over. We're almost to 235. We're on our way. Okay, so our thermometer reads 235. So the next step is we're going to take this off the heat and now let it cool down until the thermometer says 170. And it is hot. As you can see, it's kind of bubbling and popping, so be careful. Okay, so here we are, and we have cooled down to 170, and now the fun begins. Okay, so the next step is you're going to pour or ladle a little bit of the syrup into a bowl. Okay, and now we stir. Oh, I got quite a bit in here. I'm just going to keep stirring this. So whenever you're making candy or any maple products, you have to heat it up to the desired temperature for that recipe. But now the act of stirring, we're allowing sugar crystals to start forming. So if we were going to make a maple candy, we might just stir it just a little bit and put it in the mold, and then the rest of the crystals will form in the mold. But we're just going to keep stirring. Keep stirring. It's going to take a little bit. You're going to get some hand muscles developed here. But you can already see that the color is starting to change a little bit. I'm just going to keep stirring. This is an annual thing you can see people doing when we do Saps Horizon. And we're able to make maple stirs. Fun thing to try. So I can already see that it's starting to change consistency a little bit. All right, so here you can see one up here Whoop, that is right out of the hot pot, and down here we're starting to see that it's changing consistency and color. But we're not done yet. We'll keep stirring.
Smells so good. I think the crystals are getting more and more crystals in there. It's getting more opaque. Peanut butter.
So yummy. Can't wait to eat it.
See, look at how different our consistency is. Let's get to a nice mapley fudge, maple cream. Now I could keep stirring this until it got to a hard candy, but I can't wait. So good. Still really hot, but so good. Such a seasonal favorite. And I wish this was a smell-o-vision video, because the smell of that hot maple syrup, it just takes me back to being in the sugar house when we're boiling, or in the lodge and we're making these maple treats to share. So I hope this is an activity that you'd like to try at home. I'm gonna put a slide in that has all the information on the temperature and the supplies that you need, and hopefully you too will enjoy making a maple stir in your home this maple season or anytime throughout the year. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.